Can you love somebody forever, no matter what? Oh, boy, was like, I saw you, man. I saw your face. Can you show up and love somebody for the rest of your life, even when you don't agree with them?
Will is standing by his woman, y'all, and y'all are not going to tell him to leave Jada or to divorce her. You know why? Because that is the best friend he has ever had, and he will stand there next to her till the day he dies. Let's get into the craziness. It's Mary.
Unwillingly so. And
we invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below, y'all, because I'm sorry, I do not think that Will Smith is
okay. She might be your best friend. You know something? I am not gonna bash Jada. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
I don't think Will's a victim.
I am gonna tell you, not at all. That man is not a victim at all, at all. And I am. Please miss me with the woe is me. Miss me with that, okay? I remember it was years ago. This had to have been about 10 plus years ago. Mm-hmm. Will was somewhere in Europe. He was at some interview. It was some kind of talk show or something, and they were asking him about this whole open marriage stuff.
Yeah,
that they were in, and he was saying how she doesn't have control over him. She doesn't hold him hostage. He's not a prisoner. He can do whatever he wants to do with whoever he wants to do it with.
And
she doesn't ask him questions. This came from this man's mouth. I was like, huh?
But you know how I know that's true? Because if you go back and you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where Kirk Frost decided to go and cheat on Rashida when she was pregnant and he was in the hot tub, he said love to me is that Will and Jada love, where she lets him be free to do whatever with whoever, but she still holds him down 10 toes down. That's my type of love. So that's how I knew that it was true. I saw that episode 2 weeks ago.
Thank you, because I'm telling you, that man says so out of his mouth.
And the thing is, I feel he trapped her.
First of all, I've never liked Jada like that. She's never been someone who I'm like, oh, he's Jada. I never have.
Yeah, me neither.
However, when I heard Will say this, I was so heartbroken for her. All of a sudden, I started looking at her in a new light. Because to have a husband who is so fucking bold to go in public and say, that open marriage that there have been whispers about, I mean, yeah, I'm open. But he was given the thing of, she's not though. But I remain open and I refuse to be trapped. I refuse to be in prison. I was like, why the hell
would you say that
did you marry her? And decide now, of all times, I'm going to now humiliate you. I'm going to let people know that my weenie out there and I am open for business. Anybody but your tail. And I'm here in Europe, in another continent, doing me boo. He was so bold saying it. So bold saying it. But somehow along the way, everybody has forgotten that.
But also
everybody has forgotten that. And then I remember they asked, I didn't see her speak about it, but I read it in one of these magazines where they were asking her that, hey, Will gave this kind of interview. I mean, are you also doing you? And she was just like, I mean, he can do whatever, but it's certainly not open on my end. She said so. And for a wife to have to come out and say, pretty much insinuate, yes, I know he's cheating. Yes, I know he's out there. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not doing it though. Everybody has conveniently forgotten about that. And want to call her some scarlet woman who out there emasculating Will. poor Will crying. And you know what it was? You kept on disgracing her. And when the table flipped, now you want to cry like some dog out there. And you want people to feel sorry for your ass. Well, you get zero sympathy from me because also, I remember that interview and you parted your lips saying all that stuff, embarrassing and disgracing that woman. I remember, and you had kids at the time.
But also, I just want to say this. I also think, Jada did not really want Will like that at the time, and he knew that.
Yes.
We can all tell from her interviews that this woman really wanted to be with Tupac. Obviously, he was not the one for her. She was probably pining over some guy who really did not want her like that. But she is still chasing over a ghost. I don't know if the
That's what they're trying to say down.
No, I don't know. We don't know for sure. But she even talked about how she did love Tupac or whatever the case may be or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I also do remember her sitting down there talking about how she was so angry with her mom for forcing her to marry Will because she got pregnant. I think this man, he left his wife for Jada because he was going through a divorce. When he called Jada up on the phone, and she said this in a recent interview like a week ago, saying that, Will called me up, he was going through a divorce already, and he asked her, hey, are you seeing anybody? She said no. He said, well, you seeing me now. And it was a wrap. So for me, I think he always wanted Jada. She did not want him like that. So he was starting to pay, so she ended up being with him after he trapped her. Men trap women too, yes. I said that.
Oh, yes.
And after that, he trapped her. He felt like, he got the woman. And then after that, Jada started falling for him. Tupac had died. Okay, let me be with Will. He's this good guy or whatever. The nice guy turns out to be an asshole, which is why we say on this channel, a man come tell you, start preaching to you about how he's a nice guy, you better run like Usain Bolt, okay? So that's what happened. And now he has been making her pay for that ever since. Because he realized that this woman never actually really wanted me. Now they're here in this weird effed up situation where it's kind of like they get back at each other back and forth or whatever. But Will is going to feed off of this whole drama about how Jada's basically people calling her a slut, and he's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna stand by her. Oh, look at this fool! She has him so emasculated that he's still gonna be a simp, and he's going to still stand by her. My thing is, Will is probably standing by her because he knows the shit that he has put her through, and he is now standing by her as she was standing by him and his raggedy weenie all those years when he was there putting it in whoever and God knows what. So that's what it was. So do I think that Will's a victim? No. I'm sorry. I think they both need to leave each other because it's a toxic relationship and they have some codependency issues.
And it has been toxic.
It's been toxic from the beginning. The fact that you have to cry your eyes out, not because of happiness, but because you don't want to marry somebody and you're pregnant and your mom is from a generation where it's like, you have to, I'm not pointing at her like she's from that generation, but I'm just saying, like, because you have a mom from a generation where like you have to marry him because you're pregnant. You don't have to do none of that shit.
And why do I have to listen to that mom? Wasn't she on drugs at one point at an important time in Jaden's life? So
Allegedly.
I'm not listening to you, mom. You go somewhere. You weren't there at some critical time in my life. That's why my tail was out here selling drugs. Please miss me with your advice.
Allegedly. We
don't
don't
talk
know
about people's mama. But and I do love that her mother looks really good.
But there's a hardness to Jada. When you look back at old pictures of her versus now, there's a hardness.
But you know something? To her. That hardness also is in her mom too. There's some
That's what happens
there.
when you get into relationships that you have no business being in.
Yeah, I know.
It will suck the life out of you. While the man there looking
silly. She has spoken about Will in the past. Even there was one interview she was giving. And she was talking about how he had bought her the nicest thing he did. He went to, what did she say? He was in Japan and he sent her 100 dozen roses for her birthday or something. And she was on a movie set and they had to bring another trailer to put all those roses. Do not send me more than 5 dozen roses. That's how much? That's 60. Don't do that. I love flowers. But don't do some stupid stuff like that. Where the hell am I going to put all that? And you're just going to kill all those roses. You know something? Plant me a rose garden.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Where I can have it forever. Don't come buying roses, they're 100,000 like some idiot. Like, and you know what I couldn't see in her eyeballs? I couldn't see happiness. I did not see the happiness, the joy. And then she was on this guy's show, Jay Shetty, recently. And just before they talked about this book, Worthy, he was reading a letter that Will has sent to her to tell her congratulations, yes. And he was reading, she's sitting there like that. And I know what she's thinking. This asshole wants to take my thunder. I am here. Here he comes with a long ass letter praising me. Oh Lord, I don't want to call. Okay, wait. Let's make sure this is gonna be somewhere else. Let me tell you, first of all,
this is great. I'm gonna keep this.
10:18.
I'm gonna keep this.
No, you're not. Listen to me. First of all, listen, okay? You wanna steal my thunder? Your ass ain't even here. But you wanna make it about your ass, motherfucker? Get off my stage. I mean, damn. It just pisses me off. I know that's what she was thinking, and she sat like this.
Listen, I have got to know this side. Somebody, listen.
This is how she said. She said, and then at the end, he talked about, I was moved, and this, and heartbreaking, all at the same time. Motherfucker, if you don't take your letter and shove it, you know what I would have done with that letter?
Shove it where the sun don't shine.
I would have taken the letter and pushed it inside Jay Shetty's mouth and say, don't read me nothing from this fool no more. You hear me?
Well, then there would have been so many videos and topics about it. Man, listen, I would have hopped on a live at 2 a.m. in the morning from Tanzania just to talk about that. Okay.
Jay Shetty would have stewed her.
But hey, I ain't gotta do YouTube no more. I'm gonna get my paycheck from you and the assault you just did on me.
Lord have mercy. It's too much. Go away. So no. Yes. She's emasculating Will. Humiliate him in public.
Well, he unfeminized her. How about that? Snap.
And when she was with Tupac, she had all the feminine energy. And since you have made her hard, guess what? You're gonna get all of this hardness. You don't get no softness. Okay, that would be funny. But yeah. Hardness for life. Okay. All right,
Listen, we are done. Mary.
And Alma.
Acting the plum fool, okay? And we want you guys to like.
and
subscribe and share. And do not forget to subscribe to our Patreon for more crazy content.
Here, you all. It is black out here in Tanzania.
Yeah, y'all.
All right, y'all.
We love y'all.
Love you.
Bye.